Friday night baseball now from Fenway Park here in Boston. Tonight, the first of this three-game weekend series between the New York Yankees and the Boston Red Sox. Major League Baseball on MLB Network coming up right after this. Chris Sale will be the starter for the Bo Sox in this contest. Harold, what do you got?
Well, what we've seen in baseball is the pitchers are dominating, and the strikeout is the big thing. He's averaging just under a strikeout an inning, so he fits right in the category with his peers. He's got dominating stuff. He can go after hitters when he needs to, and I'm looking to watch him execute and really walk out of here with another dominating performance.
Center fielder.
Here's the center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury. He is, of course, a guy to be wary of if he gets on base. His stolen base total leads the ball club. Underway now on a Friday night as the first pitch of our series misses for ball one. Harold Reynolds, this Red Sox ball club entering play here tonight. They've been playing some pretty good baseball of late as they've won 6 of their last 8 games.
Well, Matt, I really like their pitching staff, but I think the key to this game is clearly falls on their shoulders. They throw off-speed pitches for strikes, and they mix their pitch as well. I think if they do that, they got a chance to win.
Temperature here at game time, 61 degrees. Now the pitch home to Ellsbury. And now he'll try to bunt his way on to start the game. And the throw will be too late, so it's a bunt single to get him started here.
Well, he drops a leadoff bunt for a base hit. Now, a lot of times, the leadoff guy, you know you only get one pitch, one opportunity. You got to execute it because they're expecting you to bunt. But if they're not ready, you got your one shot. He took his shot, and it paid off.
Here's Brett Gardner now as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Runner goes. Pitch swung on and missed the throw. Way late, and he's in there easily at second.
Well, I think he's making it pretty obvious why he's batting leadoff, isn't he? Works his way on base to start the game and then does even better by swiping second to put himself into scoring position. He's trying to make an impact from the get-go in this one.
A runner at second, nobody out. And this one runs a little too far in, ball two. Well, you see there on the graphic, that's now 18 steals on the season. Two-one home now to Gardner. Right over the middle, knee high. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Patrick Johnson.
Well, as you know, Matt, most people in the game call him Patty. In the past, I've seen a couple pitchers wonder where they miss, but he usually rewards them for making good pitches.
Here's the pitch on 2-2. And that changeup didn't tempt anybody and misses for ball 3. No one out with a runner at second. And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4.
Huge innings have begun with much less, I can tell you that. First and second, no out, and the guy on the bump really needs a strikeout or a double play right here.
Here's Chris Carter now. He enters play hitting down in the 240s for the year. First pitch coming. Here it is. And that one right down Main Street.
He appears to be having some issues with pitch command to start the game. He's dealing with 2 guys on, and that last pitch looked like a big mistake in that location. Right down the middle, but he got away with it.
First and second here with nobody out. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike two.
Now on 0-2, I don't think we're going to see any more hittable fastballs. If we see one at all, it'll probably be extended out of the zone, or at least that'll be the intent.
Swing and a miss as he couldn't connect on the two-seamer, and that's out number one. With that, here's a look at the Yankees starting lineup. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Well, you know, Jacoby Ellsbury is a guy that's looking to get back on track now. In the last 10 games, he's hitting under 250. He's a guy they need to hit a lot better than that because he's a big part of this ball club.
At the plate, Gary Sanchez, hitting just a bit over the Mendoza line on the year. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. First and second now, one man out. Fastball called for strike two.
Frozen with a high fastball there. We'll see if they try to climb the ladder even more on the next pitch.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are two gone.
This is the kind of at bat where your hitting coach grabs you on the way back to the dugout to have a little chat about your approach. Not a lot of positives to draw from that at bat when you take two strikes and then you chase one out of the zone to go down on only 3 pitches.
Matt Holliday standing in now. Not the shiniest of batting average as he comes in hitting down in the 220s for the year. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And he holds up here, but the pitch is a cold strike anyway. 2 men are on with 2 men out. And Holliday swings and misses and falls behind quickly, 0-2.
Well, he's got himself in a little bit of a jam, but I tell you what, he does as good a job as anybody. First and second, 2 outs. Now watch how he pitches on the corners and tries to get himself out of this.
0-2, here it comes. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Yanks strand a pair. Yankees nothing. Red Sox coming to bat. It's baseball on MLB Network. Luis Severino is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Yanks. HR, what's the word on him?
Matt, I really like this guy. He pitches deep in games, which he did last game. He pitched deep in the game. He gave up 3 hits. You're going to see everything from him. The kitchen sink. He throws strikes. He's fun to watch. And I expect that similar type performance again in this game.
Into the box now is Dustin Pedroia as he'll lead off the home half of inning number 1.
Dustin Pedroia.
He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. And as the Yankees get started here tonight, Harold, they're on a nice little run. Winners of 4 of their last 5 ball games. In for a strike. It's 1-1. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
Well, he was clearly looking for a fastball right there, and that slider got right to him and went whoop, slid to the side, and as a result, you got an ugly swing and miss.
Swinging a soft liner, and this is taken for the out. Now a chance here from Fenway to take a look at John Farrell's starting lineup card. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Well, Matty, one guy to keep your eye on is the Panda, Pablo Sandoval. He's one of those guys you want at the plate in those big game-defining moments. He's such a clutch hitter. I love watching him in those situations, and hopefully we'll have that in this game as well.
Now at the plate, Hanley Ramirez, currently with the third best home run total on the ball club. And a ball, 1-0. Bases are empty, one man out. Now a ball hit pretty well to left, but this is going to wind up in the seats, foul. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Takes a knee-high fastball. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Hit hard up the middle, and that'll find its way into center field for a one-out hit.
Well, the leadoff guy couldn't get on, but the number 2 guy with that base hit gets on base. Now here comes the thunder, the meat of the order. This is what they want.
Bogart.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now. He carries the 8th best average in the American League entering play. There goes Hanley for second. Pitch swung on and missed the throw. And it's not going to be in time as Ramirez has himself a stolen base.
Well, he's certainly doing his best to get his team out to an early lead. Picks up the single and then decides that's not good enough, so he swipes second to get into scoring position. Now we'll see if the guys can pick him up.
Oh, 1, here's the pitch. Takes a high fastball for a strike. Well, we'll give you a look there at the graphic. He picks up his 5th stolen base on the campaign. The 0-2 delivery. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball, ball 1.
On 0-2, you'll sometimes get a guy to chase a fastball out of the zone away or up, but when it's way down like that, it's much easier to lay off because you can tell the ball is moving further away from eye level as it comes in.
Slow roller back to the mound. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Batting fourth, center fielder.
Striding into the box, Jackie Bradley Jr. The season batting average comes in down in the 240s. He's set and the pitch. And that slider's almost in the dirt.
With the runner on third, 2 outs, base open, and a good hitter at the plate, you have to be smart and not give in. If you walk this guy, so what? It's a lot worse if you give him a ball that he can hurt you on.
Here it comes, 1-0. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
Hey, now 2-0 with a great hitter up, a runner on third and 2 outs. This is not the spot where you want to be challenging a hitter like this. This is where you have to pitch very careful.
2 outs here with a runner at third. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
You can bet he's salivating a little in the box right now. He likes to drive in runs, and he's got a great situation and count to do that right here.
And he missed with it there, ball 4. It's a 2-out walk with the runner still at third.
And with the bases empty and 3 balls, I think they were probably just saying, hey, we're not going to compound our mistakes here. Better issue a free pass and give him something to drive.
Standing in, Mitch Moreland. He's not among the league leaders in home runs, but his total does top this ball club. First offering on its way. And this is taken outside for ball 1.
A lot of times you'll see the take sign after 5 straight balls to start the inning, but with the middle of the order up at the plate here, I wouldn't be surprised if he's turned loose. Just has to be the right pitch to hack at.
Here comes the 1-0. Now an off-speed pitch well inside, and it forces him to bounce away from danger.
Boy, this hole he's digging on the mound is all his doing. If you can't throw strikes, you're not going to be out there very long.
Three and 0 now.
Hey, one thing's clear. He's not afraid to pitch inside, right? One pitch ducks him away, then he comes right back with another one. So clearly this pitcher, he's not afraid to work that inner half of the plate.
Here's the 3-0 pitch. Belt high and right down the middle for a strike.
3-1 with 2 on, and this is where you got to be geared up for something to drive. I don't think you can just groove him one right here. You still have to try to make a competitive pitch.
Set to deal. Here's the 3-1. A good knee-high changeup taken for a strike.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible outcomes with this kind of play.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. And he misses again. Ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on ball.
At this rate, he's going to set some kind of a record for walks issued in a game, or he'll get an early hook. We'll see if he can settle down here and start to find the strike zone, or if he continues to struggle.
Digging in, Chris Young. The average for him entering play, not far north of 200. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. Swing and a miss, 0-1.
After the walk and with runners on the bags, he couldn't afford to fall behind here. Nice job of jumping ahead with strike 1.
A 1 pitch on its way. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike.
I like that they went away with that pitch right there. They really tried to tie him up on that previous pitch, so he was probably what we call inside conscious. He didn't get a strike there, but I'm guessing he was looking for another ball in.
Here's the 1-1. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
Well, when the pressure starts to intensify, it often feels like the strike zone gets harder and harder to hit. This is a big spot here.
And this is fouled back and out of play. 2 out, bases loaded. This is hit to third. Is he going to get out of this? He is. They get the force at second base, and the inning is over. A couple of walks, but no damage. We're off to the second, scoreless on MLB Network. Here's Starlin Castro, and he'll step in to start things out against Chris Sale.
Starlin Castro.
First pitch on its way. swing and a ball pulled foul into the lower level and left. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Sent on the ground out to second. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Okay, let's take a look at the defense for the Boston Red Sox, brought to you by Majestic. And I'm looking at first base at Mitch Moreland. You know, we talk so often about his offense, but this guy's one of the best defenders in the game.
Here's Didi Gregorius. And the home-away splits tell us he's actually quite a bit better hitting on the road than he is at home. Here comes the first pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike. No score here as we play inning number 2. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Leaves a changeup high for a strike.
Pretty lucky to get away with that one. There's not a situation ever where you want to throw a high changeup, so I think he'll try to make an adjustment with the next one he throws.
Set to deal on 2-2. And that misses, so it's a full count, 3-2.
That was kind of a gift to the hitter. He's up there probably thinking of protecting on 2-2, but when you launch a ball that high out of the strike zone, it's obviously easy to take that one.
Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. And that gets through for a 1-out base hit.
Well, he's been inconsistent at the plate. The expectations were higher. He's fallen under 240, so that is a welcome single right there.
Judge.
Here's big Aaron Judge. As Sale will get the upper hand to start the at-bat. Here at strike 1. He'll enter play here with that average down in the low 200s. A dozen home runs and 36 RBIs. Here's the 0-1. A swing and a miss and a ball down.
As a hitter, you know the pitcher's trying to work you down around the knees in a double play situation, so making him get a pitch up and actually in the zone is a must.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
Well, we all know he's going to get strikeouts when he's on the mound. It's kind of his thing. The key for the offense is to actually make them work for him, so that 3-pitch see you later isn't going to help very much.
Here's Chase Headley. As Sale will get the upper hand to start the at-bat here at strike 1. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Oh, and Headley can't come up with that one as he swings through it for strike 2 now.
Well, that's 2 impressive fastballs. 2 mid-90s fastballs just reaching back saying, I dare you to hit it. Finds himself in a nice 0-2 count now.
The 0-2 home. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. 1 left for the Yankees. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Here's the Panda now, Pablo Sandoval. He'll start us out here in the home half of the second.
Pablo Sandoval.
Here comes the first pitch. A high fastball is in there. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And the third baseman will have a look at it, but this is back into the seats. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2. Swung on and missed. He didn't even come close to contact on a ball way out of the zone. 1 out.
Time for a look at the majestic defensive alignment for the Yankees. And yes, they are moving all over the field. They love to shift heavily into the analytics, and they really move players around playing the percentages. You'll see that a lot in this game today.
Stepping into the box, Rusney Castillo, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Softly hit out toward short. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Batting ninth, catcher Blake Swihart.
And that'll bring in the speedy catcher Blake Swihart. He brings an average in the 260s into this one. In on the hands a bit with the fastball. It's 1-0. Skied into straightaway right. Judge is on his horse. And that ends the inning. Down in order go the Red Sox. We'll move to the third with no score. Digging in for his second at bat, Jacoby Ellsbury. He'll step in to lead it off in the top of the third.
Ellsbury.
Takes a fastball on the inside corner. One strike home now to Ellsbury. Trying to bunt his way aboard, but this will get foul. The 0-2 delivery. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. Now the pitch. Back up the, oh no, that got him. Safe after the recovery throw. Good effort, but now we have to wonder whether or not he's going to be okay.
Well, that's playing within his game right there. The speedster gets a little infield single, and now he's on to do damage.
Now a snap throw to first, and he'll get back in safely. Into the box, Brett Gardner, as he'll take one on the inside corner at the knees. It's strike 1. Reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance. Ready with the 0-1 pitch.
1-1.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. In there, 1-2 now.
Back-to-back sliders away. Now I think you have to think about running something hard in. Not a good idea to throw a good hitter the same pitch 3 times in a row.
Runner at first is Ellsbury with nobody out. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive.
Well, I think he's trying to get that 2-strike fastball out of the zone. Just caught too much of the plate right there. Fortunately, he fouled it off instead of putting it in the seats.
Here's another 1-2. And a swing and a miss as he picks up yet another strikeout. 6 of them already, and there's 1 gone in the inning.
Well, his struggles continue. It's been a rough go of it at the plate with him, and watching this at bat, it's clear to me that his rhythm and timing, they're just all off. Even as a pitcher like I was, you can tell these things and exploit them.
Stepping in now, Chris Carter, as he'll take a look at ball 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. One 0 count. Here it is. And he misses low with it. 2-0.
Matt, this is where that guy on first base is distracting the pitcher. I guarantee you he's down 2-0. He's not focused on the hitter. This is where you get hurt. I love it when a guy on first can run.
Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner.
Don't know for sure, but I think he may have been taking there thinking his teammate on first was going to be on the move.
Now a snap move over to first. And a dive, but he's back in. Ready with 2 balls and a strike. And that pitch catches the inside corner.
2 good inside fastballs right there. Now he's sitting 0-2. I think he's probably going to have to protect the inside. I'd give him a curveball in the dirt and see if he chases it.
Now he'll step off the rubber and go to first. But the runner's back easily. Working for the punch out and the offering. And he takes ball 3, so it's a full count now.
Hey, keep an eye out here, Matt, because that guy on first base, 3-2 count, and he can run. He might be on the move here.
3rd inning, no score to this point. And he'll step off the rubber and go to first. Back in standing. Chopped foul wide of first. And this misses for ball 4. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings.
Hey, that was a great battle right there. He tried to get him to chase, but he laid off some really tough pitches and got a walk. Got to tip the cap to the batter that time.
Digging in to try it again, Gary Sanchez. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First pitch of the at-bat. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. From the belt, the pitch. Right there, and it's quickly 0-2 now.
Oh, he got a good pitch to hit right there. Now, I know it was a slider. Not a lot of people like to hit sliders, but it was in a good hitting location. He just looked like he was fooled a little bit and got caught looking.
Oh, 2, here it comes. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
Okay, so now is where I think you pull the string. Throw the El Cambio up there. Hasn't seen it yet, and I think he's set up for it right here.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And this will be fouled away. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Boy, this guy has really good stuff so far on this one. How about 7 Ks, and we're just in the middle innings of this one. If he continues this up, this could be a real solid performance.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Matt Holliday. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the 3rd. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Castillo racing back. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. Yanks strand a pair. Home half of the 3rd coming up. No score. Back with Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac. Matt Vasgersian with you as Dustin Pedroia settles in to get the inning underway. Into the windup and the pitch. In there at the knees as he offers a strike to the leadoff man. 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Lays off the slider, and it's 1-1. This is in the air out to right. Judge is there to put it away for out number 1. And with 1 away, time for a check of the standings in the American League East as you get a look at where these 2 teams find themselves entering play. Ready for another chance? Hanley Ramirez. He singled his last time up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Here's a first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball 1. Bottom of inning number 3. 0-0 our score. Not close. It's 2-0.
That's a good take on that fastball there. You know he's looking for something up there to drive, but that was just a little above his happy zone. Not everyone has the discipline to hold back on those.
2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike. The count.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Sharp slider that time. Just missed inside.
We all know this guy is a great hitter. In a 3-1 count, this is just what he's looking for. He loves to hit when the count's in his favor like this.
3-2 now.
He was able to sneak that fastball by him on 3-1, so now we've got a battle on our hands.
Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. And this one will be out of play off to the left.
Well, he fouls off that fastball right there, and you wonder, does he love his fastball enough to come back with it 3 times in a row?
And here's a changeup in there for a called 3rd strike, and that's the 2nd out of the inning.
My man on the mound has just got great strikeout stuff working for him these days. Looking back at his last start, he racked up 9 Ks, and now he's looking like he could put up similar numbers in this one.
Now at the plate, Xander Bogaerts. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. And he gets ahead 0-1. The 0-1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. And now a pitch on the way. Ball 3. Jackie Bradley Jr. would be next. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Got a big pass at a slider that gets past him.
Well, he doubled up on that slider, so that tells me he's really feeling it at this point in the game. Good chance we'll see a heavy dose of that slider as this start continues.
Waved at and missed for the 3rd out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one, and the inning is over. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. Here's Starlin Castro. He'll try to get it going here to begin the 4th.
Starlin Castro.
First pitch on its way. And that misses, ball 1. Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Castillo on the move. He gets there and makes the play for the 1st out.
Now batting, shortstop, Didi Gregorius.
Now batting, Didi Gregorius. He reached on a single in his first try. First pitch coming. Here it is. And he'll start him with a slider that's taken down and away for ball 1. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1.
That's a nice spot down below the knees, but that's a low call.
This is line to left. But this will hang up just enough as he takes it in stride in left center for the 2nd out. So with 2 gone here in the 4th, let's check out our pitch speed comparison for the 2 starters. And whoa, look at that for a top speed. 98 miles an hour. That man is flat dealing. Striding in once again, Aaron Judge comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. And this one's down the middle, a ball and a strike. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And that nearly broke our tie, but instead it's a foul ball. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. And he struck him out. His 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. So digging in now, Jackie Bradley Jr. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
Center fielder, number 19.
First pitch of the inning misses here to the cleanup man. It's 1-0.
Hey, you can't let that bother him right there. This might be a good time for the catcher to have a little conversation. Just tell him, next pitch. Don't worry about that one.
Bradley waits on the 1-0. And this is going to be a foul ball. Bradley waits on the 1-1. Started to chase there. They'll appeal it down to third, and no swing. It's ball 2. And this pitch is hit foul off to the left and out of play, so the count goes to 2-2 now.
Well, that's back-to-back breaking balls. He's able to foul that one off. Will they come back with a third?
Ball 3 here as that pitch runs way up and in and backs him out of the box here.
Wow, fastball up and in. I'm not sure it was intended to be that far up and that far in, but message sent, beware.
Ready to deliver the full count pitch. Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact.
He's clearly looking to hit off the fastball and adjust. That's a pretty good swing after seeing 2 fastballs now in a row.
Hit hard on the ground to second, and that finds its way through for a base hit. So it's a base knock to lead off their half of the 4th.
Well, you went right after him with the 3-2 fastball. That's what you're going to do with guys that are struggling. This time, he just beat you.
Digging in, Mitch Moreland. He drew a walk his first time up. He's set. Here it comes. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. And a high strike there. It's 1-1. Clearly trying to control the running game with the slide step here.
Yeah, that's a good way of trying to control the running game, Matt. The problem with it, though, it has a tendency to throw your command off because you're worrying about that runner on base.
Throw over to the bag, and the runner back. Swing, and that's hit out of play up into the plaza level. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And the changeup just missed the inside corner. A runner at first with no outs here. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And this is taken in there by Ellsbury for the first out. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Now batting, right fielder, Chris Young.
Here's Chris Young. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And some action out in the Yankee bullpen now as a right-hander starts to loosen up. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Now a first pitch changeup here. Too far inside. It's 1-0. Throw over to first. A dive, but he's back. The 1-0 delivery. And here's a slider that runs inside that time, and that'll keep him from diving out over the plate.
On 2-0, you can bet he's looking for a fastball that he can turn on and drive. Might be thinking about picking on that big hole between first and second.
Now a throw over to first, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. Runners on first with 1 down. Strike called. 2-1. Here's a look over to first, and he'll be back in standing up. Runners off for second. Pitch swung on and missed. The throw. It bounces, but he's out. Nice play there to pick the throw and put the tag on quickly.
That very well could have been a hit-run play, but that pitch was so far out of the zone, it really made it hard for the hitter to make any contact. Kind of left his teammate hung out to dry.
Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Gardner ranging back. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Nothing doing for Boston. Through 4, still tied, nothing. Stepping into the box, Chase Headley. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Baseman Chase Headley.
Into the windup and the pitch. In there, no balls and a strike.
The difference maker in this outing than others is the 2-seamer. He's doing whatever he wants to do with that ball. It's moving all over the place.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Tried to hold back as this is hit back toward the mound. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
I'm no hitting coach, but I know they always preach, if you're going to swing, swing. Second guessed himself on that one.
Here's the center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Now the pitch home to Ellsbury. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. A swing and a miss. He offered it a ball way outside the strike zone for out number 2.
For me, check swings are right there next to bang plays at first as the most difficult calls for an ump to make. Taking a look at show motion, the batter doesn't appear to hold up enough, so I think the call was right.
Here's Brett Gardner now. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. And this pitch is right down the middle, strike 1.
He's looking really great on the bump right now. I mean, it's been a while since he's allowed a base runner, and he just jumped ahead of another hitter right there.
The windup and the 0-1. A fastball that just misses inside. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Slider stayed too low, ball 2. Into the windup, here's the 2-1 pitch. Fouled straight back. And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball game, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. Halfway home, still no score. Stepping in, Pablo Sandoval comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Pablo Sandoval.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1.
Matt, I'm a little surprised he's throwing as well as he is. He's pitching less than 40% first pitch strikes, and it's either very deceptive or his stuff is electric to the hitters. Because usually that doesn't happen when you're behind that much to have this kind of success.
Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. And the third baseman will have a look at it, but this is back into the seats. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Line drive to left. And this is taken in just shy of the warning track for out number 1.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
In now, Rusney Castillo. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Now here's the pitch. Chopped down the first baseline, but it's a foul ball, says the first base umpire. One and one, here it comes. This one for the shortstop, Gregorius. On to first, and there were 2 down.
Up next for the Red Sox, catcher Blake Swihart.
So coming to the plate, Blake Swihart. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. Sharp slider that time, just missed inside.
Wow, that was a decent breaking ball right there, but that's just a pitch that's a little easier to lay off of when you're opposite-handed, opposite bat. You could see the sweep of the ball coming right into you. That was a great take.
Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul.
Well, he got a piece of that breaking ball right there. That's the second one he's seen in a row now, and he fouled that one off. Let's see if he comes back with a third one. 3 in a row.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole.
That's a nice pitch right there. He threw him a breaking ball, comes back with a fastball, and now he's late. Now he doesn't know how to adjust. He's kind of caught in between. You got him set up perfectly.
And this one runs in on him as he can't get his arms extended. A great pitch there, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Red Sox. 6th inning coming up. Still zip, zip. Here's Chris Carter now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
First baseman Chris Carter.
Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out.
Well, it's clearly on that fastball. He hit that one hard. He just could not keep it fair.
The 0-1 pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time.
These guys have got to be frustrated as an offensive unit so far in this one. They haven't been able to crack the code on their opponent, but it's not like they're getting great pitches to hit either. This starter has kept the ball on the corners of the zone all game long.
And a fastball not close. It's 2-1 now. Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. Took a good cut that time, but comes up empty. 2-2.
I like how he's mixing up the fastball and the changeup right there. That's how we got the 2-2 count. I think he comes back with a changeup here.
All even at 2-2. Here it is. Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3. Line to shortstop, and there's one away.
Now batting, catcher Gary Sanchez.
Striding in once again, Gary Sanchez. He's struck out twice thus far, so we'll see if he can fare any better here. Into the windup and the pitch. A changeup right on the outside corner for a strike.
You know, Matt, he's having great success, but I can't say it's because of the first pitch strike. Now, that's over 60% of the time he's throwing that for a strike, but usually to have this kind of success, you would think the ratio would be much higher.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
We are watching a great pitcher just carving up this lineup right now. Now he's got this guy 0-2. When you get a 0-2 against a guy like this, well, the results are not going to be very positive.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. He struck him out. The third time he's fanned in the game.
No hitter is ever going to feel good about taking the hat trick with 3 strikeouts in a game, but I will say he's not the first guy to have a terrible game against my man on the mound. And you know what? He won't be the last. We all know he's one of the best in the business for a reason.
Matt Holliday standing in now, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. The 1-0 delivery. And a fastball just a bit high.
Well, here's a guy we know is swinging it pretty well at the plate lately, and based on those last 2 pitches, I think I know why. He's doing a great job of putting himself in counts where he's likely to be successful.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Chasing after it is Bradley. And that ends the inning. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. And this is still a 0-0 ball game. Digging in once again, Dustin Pedroia. He'll lead it off as we start the home 6th.
Dustin Pedroia.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Ball 1.
Well, that'll get your head shaken at the plate. That's a pitch he hasn't used much in this game. Now he throws that for a strike, and you add that to the rest of his repertoire. Man, it's tough to cover them all.
Double-barreled action in the Yankee bullpen now. A lefty and a right-hander start to get loose. Fastball, and that thing got up there at 95 miles an hour. A ball and a strike. A diving try, but it's through into the outfield.
Looked like he was sitting on the hard stuff right there. Stayed right on it. Stayed with it. Hard line drive. Great game plan.
Hitter, Hanley Ramirez.
Ready for another chance? Hanley Ramirez, leadoff man on base, and we'll see what they have in mind strategy-wise here. From the stretch. And he takes ball 1.
Wow, count now 1-0 with a real good slugger up at the plate. This is the time as a pitcher you have to really make some good pitches. This is not the time to just groove one right down the middle.
1-0 pitch on the way. Knee-high slider that he takes a look at.
You know, when a guy starts to get tired, you often see their breaking stuff start to flatten out, but that's not the case here. Still has really nice finish on that slider, as we just saw.
Swing and a miss, and it's a ball and 2 strikes here. That misses, and we're even at 2-2.
That fastball really got away from him there. That's kind of a red flag for me that he's starting to tire or wear down a little bit. The first thing that goes is location, and then your mechanics. We'll see if this continues.
Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. To short. Gregorius with a sliding stop. There's one. On to first, and they turn the double play.
The shortstop.
Just a two-hopper to short. Can't ask for anything easier than that, and they roll up your basic 6-4-3 double play.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now. No one on base for him after the double play.
Yeah, Matt, that two ball really changed the complexion of this inning. For the second time, it looked like the middle of the order was going to have a chance to get a big hit with some ducks on the pond, but now they just have to try and get a two-out rally started.
First delivery to him on the way. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And he chased up and out of the zone, a swing and a miss.
Boy, Matt, we're watching him have great success on that exploding fastball at the top of the zone. And I'm telling you right now, you can't catch up to that. It looks great to you coming in, but you have to get your bat in the position to get on top of it. And it's just too hard to do all those things and think you're going to square it up.
Right there at the belt, 1-2 now. Now the pitch. This is line to left, and that'll get down for a two-out single. So a great job on a 1-2 pitch to keep the inning alive.
Hey, he's having a terrific season, keeping that average up there above the 300 mark. That's an indication right there. Two strikes, and he's still able to get the base hit.
Here comes Yankee manager Joe Girardi on his way to the mound. And he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight. He'll depart with our score tied, and he'll still be accountable for the runner at first. And the best he can do is a no decision in this one. Brian Mitchell takes over here with the runner at first and two gone in the inning.
Number 55, Brian Mitchell.
Here's Jackie Bradley now. Just got a piece up the line. Foul ball, however, strike one. He's set. Here's the 0-1. And a fastball there is inside as that one backed him up a bit.
Not sure if that was a purpose pitch or not, but I liked it. As a pitcher, sometimes you've got to be willing to back the guy off the plate by running something hard inside. You can't just let guys be comfortable standing in the batter's box against you.
And a dive, but he's back. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Pretty adamant about working him inside right now. Back-to-back fastballs, and that one was able to find the zone.
Now a fastball awfully close, but he doesn't get the call. It's 2-2 now. Throw over to the bag, and he'll get back in standing. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Fastball, and he has to bend out of the way of that one.
Now on 3-2 as a pitcher, you've got to go with the pitch that you feel most comfortable throwing with.
High in the air out to center field. Ellsbury is under it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. One left for the Red Sox. Still no score. Welcome back to Fenway Park here in the great city of Boston. Neither team denting the run column quite yet as we look at the game summary through the first 6 innings of play. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Starlin Castro. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. And now Boston's bullpen springs into action. A left-hander and a right-hander begin to throw. A fastball that finds the outside corner.
Well, Matt, we talk about first pitch strike, right? Look, it's not great what he's been doing, but he's over 60% of the time. First pitch is going to be a strike. That's a nice little nugget to have if you're the starting pitcher.
The windup and the 0-1. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1.
There's that tight slider right there. Just missed getting under the hands. That's a good pitch. I like that pitch. But if you don't get it where you want it, it could be a dangerous pitch to throw.
Pitch on the way. And that fastball's too much for him there. 1-2.
Now that's a nice pitch. He ran that in there about mid-90s and put it past him.
And that's a swinging strike 3 in the dirt. Swihart goes to get it, and the throw is there to record the first out.
Up next for the Yankees.
Into the box now, Didi Gregorius. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. And this one's down off the shoe tops, 1-0. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
This is one of those rare hitters counts we've seen in this game. They're just having a difficult time getting it going.
Ready on 3-1. Here's the pitch. Now a swing and a ground ball. And he lays off. Ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
Hey, as we look at the numbers, we can see that he's north of 90 pitches right now, so it's not surprising to see him maybe losing a little bit of command. We'll see if he can battle through this and finish strong.
Ready once again, Aaron Judge. And he's likely just trying to put one in play here. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts thus far. And some action now in the Boston bullpen as a right-hander's up and throwing. In the dirt. And they got him. Boy, his feet were stuck in the mud there. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And as Yankees fans hear on television quite frequently, see ya! A solo shot down the line in right. Number 13 for him on the year as the Yankees will grab a 1-0 lead.
You can call it unfair or just the breaks of the game, but up until this pitch, which was a big mistake, he was throwing a gem. Now he looks up at the scoreboard and he's trailing. That's demoralizing, but he's got to forget about it quickly.
Up next for
Here's
the Yankees,
Chase Headley.
third baseman.
He'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Ready with his 100th pitch of the ball game. Swing and a liner. Foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Another one sent foul. 2 out, nobody on. And he couldn't get him to chase the 0-2 fastball. It's 1-2. And And he's got another one. 13 strikeouts now, and the inning is over.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yankees do get one on the solo homer. Get up and stretch. Home half of the seventh coming up. It's now 1-0 New York. Jason Shreve comes on now, and this move looks to be all about playing the matchup here.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any doubt about that, Matt. They want the lefty-lefty matchup, and that's usually the right move, but we'll just have to see how this plays out.
Here's the first baseman now, Mitch Moreland. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
Moreland.
Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. The 1-0 delivery. And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now.
Well, this is the matchup they wanted, bringing in the reliever, but falling behind 2-0 doesn't exactly help the situation very much.
And a very low strike there. Trying to speed up the game, perhaps. It's 2-1.
Love the pitch call there. 2-0. You know the guy's geared up for a fastball, and you drop a changeup in the zone. That's going to be a tough pitch to handle.
Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. A fastball that he's way out in front of. A swing and a miss. And that one stayed up a little high. Chris Young is on deck. Crowd gets up for the 3-2. And this is swung on and missed, and Moreland is set down on strikes for the first out.
Nice job there taking care of the leadoff hitter via the strikeout. I'll tell you, in a one-run game, especially this late, getting that first guy in the inning is so important. It changes the whole complexion of the inning, so that was a big out.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Chris Young is in for the third time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. And boy, this at-bat is not starting off well as he's behind 0-2 now.
He had some really good late action on that slider right there. It's hard to do anything with that pitch unless you're sitting on it and catch it out front before it breaks all the way in.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Way outside. 1-2. One out, nobody on. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
Here's the Panda now, Pablo Sandoval. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. And this runs inside, and that looked like it got him pretty good.
Wow, you never want the tying run on base, especially that way. Looked like he lost his release point, and the ball ran inside until it caught him. Now we'll see if he can work around it.
Into the box now, Rusney Castillo. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. The 1-0 delivery. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball.
Well, you clearly have a guy scuffling right now on the mound. Look, he hit the last batter, and then he's falling behind here. As a hitter, you just got to sit there and look for one specific pitch before you swing.
The 2-0 pitch. Outside, 3-0 now. Blake Swihart would be next if they can keep this inning alive. 2 out with the man at first. that one's in there. 3-1.
I really like what he did right there. 2-0. He wasn't able to hit the spot he was shooting for. 3-0. He made a better pitch, and now he sits 3-1. Let's see what he does here.
He's set. Here's the 3-1. Takes a knee-high fastball.
Down to 3-2.
From the belt, kicks and deals. In the air out to left. After it is Gardner. And that ends the inning. Red Sox leave one. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Robbie Ross has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
28, Robbie Ross.
Ready for another shot now. Jacoby Ellsbury. He'll start things out for us here in inning number 8.
Jacoby Ellsbury.
On to the 8th here as a slider is taken to begin the at-bat. It's ball 1. Leaves a slider up high, but it's taken for a strike. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Out of play off to the right. Now the pitch home to Ellsbury. And another foul ball. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out. 8th inning from Fenway. Yankees holding on to their lead over the Red Sox as you check out the line score through the first 7+ innings. Here's Brett Gardner now. Been a strikeout victim twice in this one. First delivery to him on the way. Grounded, foul. Now a fastball off the plate away. A ball and a strike. The 1-1 pitch. And this is fouled back and out of play. Again, he sends it out of play.
Well, when you're hitting with 2 strikes, you're just in battle mode. Right there, he gets a breaking ball. He just fouled it off. Got a piece of it and stays alive.
Here he comes again, 1-2. And he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his 3rd tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out. A strikeout is just as good as a regular out, but we're seeing strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now.
Here's Chris Carter now as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now. 2-0. Past experience with Robbie Ross, 0 for 4. 2-0 count, and the pitch. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And this had home run distance, but it just does hook foul. Hits are now even at 4 apiece. Now a curveball here, nowhere close. That's in the dirt. It's 3-1. Pitch on the way. Swing and a high pop up back onto the outfield grass now. Bogaerts is there for it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. They lead it 1-0. Dylan Betances is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Betances.
Blake Swihart will be the first one to greet him here as he'll be forced to turn around and hit from the left side now.
Blake Swihart.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. First pitch fastball in on the fists for ball 1. Ready with the 1-0. And a slur, but this is in the dirt for a ball.
You know, sometimes it takes a pitcher a few pitches to get going, but those 2 pitches weren't even close. Ball's behind in the count, 2-0. It's time to start getting locked in.
Ready with the 2-0 pitch. And that pitch catches the inside corner. Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. And this one's going to bounce up to the plate. An easy take there, and it's 3-1 now. Here's the pitch. And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
Man, that's a tough one to swallow. You're hanging on to a slim lead, and the last thing you want to do is give up a leadoff walk. Seems like those are the ones that always come back to haunt you. So we'll see if that's the case here.
So a runner at first now with nobody out. And that'll bring up the former MVP second baseman Dustin Pedroia. Here comes the first pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. Coming in is Ellsbury. He can't get there as it falls in.
Well, that puts the tying run at second and the go-ahead run at first base. If you can get that knock and get that guy in from first base, you know you've got a chance with that bullpen to hold it up.
Here's the left fielder, Hanley Ramirez. Previous history against Dylan Betances, 2 for 9. He also has 1 home run. And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. First pitch of the at-bat. Now a bunt attempt here, and this will be swept away in foul territory, and we'll see if they try the bunt again. Bunt attempt is popped into foul ground, and he will make a quick basket catch behind the plate for the first out.
The shortstop, number 2, Xander Bogaerts.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. First offering on its way. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0.
This is a critical point right here. Things are in danger of getting away from him a little, so we'll see how he deals with it.
1 out with the possible tying and go-ahead runs on base here. And this one's too far inside, ball 2.
This is where you really got to focus with runners on base. You got a 2-0 count. You have a tendency to get a little anxious thinking you can drive somebody in. Stay focused. Get your pitch.
And it looks like the Yankees will have a left-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. 2-0 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. And he lays off again, ball 3.
There's certain situations where things just have to happen, and this is one of those. Like it or not, he's got to challenge him right here.
Swing and a miss. Good pitch, and it's full now, 3-2. Oh, I think his eyes lit up when he saw that pitch coming up at his eye level.
Yeah, good luck. But hey, a high fastball all of a sudden becomes really dangerous for a pitcher if it's not spotted above the zone. A little height difference makes all the difference.
Crowd gets up for the 3-2. And he takes a look at strike 3 called. And that's as important as they come there. 2 big outs now.
It's been a really rough day for this lineup. There's really no other way to say it. Not a lot of good scoring opportunities, and when they've had them, like right now, it's just been an uphill battle for them to make anything positive happen.
Here's Jackie Bradley now. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. And this pitch is up and in as he backs away. It's ball 1.
And that ball's not intentional. That was not even a fastball. Relax. Relax now, people. I know we get excited when the ball's up and in.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Hit hard toward the right side. And he has come through big time as this ought to tie the ball game and maybe even get him a lead. And to score, the runner from second. The tag is there, and he's out trying to score from first as the second run. Red Sox settle for just the 1. 9th inning coming up. All tied at 1-1. Welcome back to baseball on MLB Network from Boston, Mass. We're set for the final innings of this one. Craig Kimbrell
enters the game from the pen, and because this is a non-save situation, it's evident that they're just trying to get him some work after having not thrown in several days.
Yeah, and this is all about just getting him some work, guys. He hasn't had a chance to come in and close the game out for several days now, so they're just hoping they can keep him sharp and give him the chance to pitch in a real game situation here.
Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. And in previous meetings with Craig Kimbrell, just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. 0-1 count and the pitch. Here's a high foul ball as it finds a lucky fan in the upper deck for a souvenir. On its way, the 0-2 pitch.
Ball 1.
And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1.
Boy, it's hard to sit on an 0-2 fastball. I think that pitch just locked him up a bit. But lucky for him, it was just a little out of the zone.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a high pop-up back onto the outfield grass now. There to take it in is Bogaerts, and that's the first out.
Up next for the Yankees, the designated hitter, Matt Holliday.
So coming to the plate, Matt Holliday. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Got Holiday a little froggy on his front foot that time as this is pulled foul into the seats in left. Bases are empty, one man out. Ball chopped foul here at the plate, and he's behind 0-2. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight.
Well, we'll see a lot of these power arms coming out of the bullpen in these days, but it doesn't make it any less impressive to me. I love watching guys come in and blow smoke right by guys.
Here's Starlin Castro. This is popped high in the air toward the right side of the infield. Moreland has a play, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So the Yanks go 1-2-3, still tied 1 apiece. Aroldis Chapman comes on to work on the mound, hoping to send this one into extra innings.
Aroldis Chapman.
Striding into the box, Mitch Moreland. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one.
Mitch Moreland.
And a strike called at the letters. Looked high to me, but it's 0-1.
That pitch is in triple digits. I think he had to take that one because I'm not even sure he saw it.
Chopped foul over towards the dugout. And this is swung on and missed, and Moreland is set down on strikes for the first out.
Now batting, right fielder.
Here's Chris Young. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Here's the first pitch to him. Way out in front.
Well, he swung right through that on that changeup. The changeup is a tough pitch to swing at for the first pitch because you haven't measured his velocity yet, so you don't know what you're going to see coming your direction.
Oh, 0-1, here it comes. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup. 1 out, nobody on. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1. He'll attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. The 0-1 pitch. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball, ball 1.
And think about it. In game 1 of this series, they've already had to go deep into their bullpen. This could affect them for the rest of the weekend if they don't get really good starting pitching.
started that swing a bit too early.
Well, that's a true indicator he's looking for a fastball in. He wanted to spin to win right there and knock one as far as he could. He got the off-speed pitch inside, and he pulled off of it.
And just a masterful job of pitching here as he strikes out the side in order. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on MLB Network after this. Brock Holt is going to go ahead and stay in the ballgame and play third now.
Now playing third base, number 12, Brock Holt.
Here's Didi Gregorius. And in previous meetings with Craig Kimbrell, 0 for 4.
Leading off for the Yankees, shortstop, Didi Gregorius.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Looking at a fastball for a strike on the corner. Oh, 0-1 count and the pitch. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. The 0-2 delivery. Inside as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2. One and two. Here it comes. That's a foul ball off to the left, and it moves to 1-2.
That's probably not what he wants to do with 2 strikes right there with the fastball. He is fortunate he just fouled it off.
Fouled back. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
He put up a pretty good battle at the plate right there. They finally get him on a 1-2 pitch, but you could see that he wasn't laying down without a fight. He really made the pitcher earn that strikeout.
Here's big Aaron Judge. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. The 1-0 pitch. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2. Two 2-0 pitch on the way. Popped high in the air. Pedroia is there for it. 2 down.
Now batting, third baseman, Chase Headley.
Here's Chase Headley. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he gets the call that time for strike number 1. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a high pop drifting into foul territory. Moreland is there for it. And the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. Score remains tied 1-1. So striding in, Rusney Castillo. He'll go to work trying to do something about breaking this 1-1 tie.
Rusney Castillo.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Comes set and the 0-1. And that misses 1-1.
That one missed, but if it's a strike, I don't know how you get the barrel of that pitch. You have to really be sitting on it to hit a fastball coming in that hard on the inside part of the plate.
Chapman ready, the 1-1. And this is fouled back and out of play. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Now the pitch. Hit on the ground out to short. Played on the backhand. And he's retired, 1 away.
Now batting, catcher, Blake Swihart.
And that'll bring in the speedy catcher Blake Swihart. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Gardner will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the second out of the inning.
15, Dustin Pedroia.
Digging in and looking for more, Dustin Pedroia. On the night, he's 2 for 4 with a pair of singles. Now this is up and in, and I don't think he likes that location much. It's ball 1.
I'll tell you, there was intent behind that pitch. I'm not saying he was trying to hit him, but when you're facing a guy like this, you don't want him to get too comfortable in that batter's box.
Here's the 1-0. And a fastball just a bit high. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And here's a pitch in the dirt, and he's in danger of losing him here. 3-0 now.
Yeah, he's all over the place right now. No doubt he's clearly fighting his mechanics.
3-0 count. Here it comes. Taking all the way, and that's what you call a plausible strike there. It's 3-1 now. And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential winning run is aboard at first.
Just a nice piece of hitting right there, especially in extra innings. He didn't try to win the thing by himself or be a hero. He just patiently worked the at-bat until he earned the walk. We'll see if his teammates can pick him up now.
Here's Hanley Ramirez. Lifetime line against Chapman, 0 for 5. Here's the first pitch. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1. Possible winning run stands at first with 2 out here. And this winds up inside for a ball. 2-0 now. Now the 2-0. And this pitch is inside, and he can't find the zone all of a sudden. 3-0. The 3-0. The high fastball is in there. Possible winning run stands at first with 2 out here. Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. Now the 3-2 pitch. And he strikes him out to retire the side, so we'll play at least one more. 1 left for the Red Sox. Score remains deadlocked at 1. Tyler Thornburg takes the mound to start the 11th inning.
Number 47, Tyler Thornburg.
Ready once again, Jacoby Ellsbury. He'll kick things off here in the 11th.
Center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury.
And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Pitch on the way. Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now. 2-0. Now the pitch home to Ellsbury. Looks at a changeup right over the middle. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Little late on this one as it's lifted the other way down the left field line. Castillo will get there with ease as he puts it away for out number 1.
Now batting, left fielder, Brett Gardner.
Now at the plate, Brett Gardner. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. First pitch coming. Here it is. Drilled right back up the middle and into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single.
Boy, has he had a rough day. 3 strikeouts, and he finally gets a base hit. Tell you what, that's going to give him a little bit of confidence that he can even put a ball in play anymore. You go 0 for 3.
Before the delivery, a check on that go-ahead run at first. Standing in now, Chris Carter.
As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory.
The 0-1 pitch out. Nothing doing. Possible go-ahead runs on first, 1 away. Now a throw over. Runner back safely. The 1-1 pitch. In the dirt here. And he is safe at second base as the decision to move up pays off, and that'll likely be scored a wild pitch.
And I think that's the case of the pitcher being a little too preoccupied with the speed at first. He lost focus on making the pitch and throws an absolute scud. The irony, of course, is the runner's now on second, and he didn't even have to steal.
Now the 2-1. Looks at a changeup that catches the corner. Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with 1 away. Swing and a miss at the curveball, and there's your second out of the inning.
Now batting, catcher.
Digging in once again, Gary Sanchez. His day at the plate hasn't amounted to much, 0 for 4, but this is a great opportunity to make amends.
Well, when your team really needs you, like they need it right here, you have to be able to put your personal struggles out of your mind. Right now is all that matters.
Here's the first pitch. A curveball that catches the inside corner.
That curveball just froze him. That's one of those big curveballs you're expecting to go start at you like this one did and break all the way down to the bottom of the plate. But this one didn't get that big break away, and it froze him.
The 0-1. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with 2 down. That's inside and low. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Now the 1-2 pitch. Curveball that time, not even close. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3.
Wow, this is a pretty good at bat right here, from down in the count 0-2 to work the count back to 3-2, and he's seen a lot of pitches too.
Go ahead runs in scoring position here with 2 down. And that misses, ball 4, so it's first and second now with 2 out.
2 ways to look at this walk. If you're the hitting coach, you say that's a great AB. Down 0-2 and you work the walk, but if you're a pitcher like me, that's just a case of letting a guy off the hook, and that can really frustrate you.
Aaron Hicks will be summoned now to be the pinch runner.
Number 31, Aaron Hicks.
Matt Holliday standing in now, looking to change his fortunes here. 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts so far in the game. Here's the first pitch. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone.
Hey, when one of your better pitches is the straight changeup, you can't be afraid to throw it at any count and at any time. And hey, first pitch, if they're going to take it for strike 1, they're going to give it to you. Go ahead and throw it.
The 0-1. And he misses with it. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here, so the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
2 down, runners at first and second. Three and 1 now, and I think he wanted to know where that one was.
3-1 here. You have to make a good pitch on the mound. Grooving one here rarely works in your favor unless the hitter tries to do too much with it.
The 3-1 pitch, and that misses for ball 4, so the potential go-ahead run moves over to third now.
That's a big no-no. He obviously had to work carefully with 2 men on, but he did not want to walk him to load the bases. Now he's really got his work cut out for him. We'll see how he fares here.
Ready for another chance? Starlin Castro. Lifetime numbers against Thornburg, 2 for 10. He's taken him deep once. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
That just can't happen. I mean, first pitch, if you know what you're going to swing at, you got to have a good swing. You can't take a bad swing on the first pitch of an at-bat.
Bases are loaded here, 2 down. And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul.
He put himself in a good position, jumping ahead 0-2 with the bases loaded. Now we'll see if he can finish it off.
Now the 0-2 pitch. And this is going to be a foul ball.
I like the pitch right there. 2-strike fastball out of the zone. See if he'll chase. I'd go even further out this time. See if he chases it again.
And a good 2-strike swing here as he's been fighting off some tough pitches, but the count will remain at 0-2. Neither guy giving in here, and they'll do it again. And he strikes him out here for out number 3. So after a scoreless top half, they'll have a chance to win it here in the bottom half. So they let him off the hook here by scoring no runs despite the 2 walks. It's getting late. 1 run can win it as we move to the bottom of the 11th. All tied at 1-1. Adam Warren takes over now to start the home 11th, and he's looking to get this one to the visiting 12th.
Adam Warren.
Austin Romine is into the ball game here as he takes over behind the plate.
27, Austin Romine.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day.
Xander Bogaerts.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
When you're facing this good a hitter, man, that strike one becomes so important to get ahead with him and make him think about something else. Now you can control the at-bat.
The windup and the 0-1. And a fastball just a bit up. Here's the 1-1 delivery. A good knee-high changeup taken for a strike. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And he lays off it to even the count 2-2. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2.
It's a fine line for working down in the zone on 2-2 and bouncing one in there that basically stands no chance at getting swung at. Right there, he basically spiked that one right into the dirt, and now he has to find the zone on a 3-2 pitch.
And the winning run will reach. It's a leadoff walk to start the home half here in extra innings.
Yeah, that strategy is great when it works, but when it doesn't, it's ugly, and he was here to face one guy, and he couldn't get it done.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jackie Bradley Jr. He's 2 for 3 thus far. Takes a look at a slider that catches the inside corner. The 0-1. Chop foul at the plate here, and it's 0-2. Now the 0-2 pitch. A swing and a miss on a ball way out of the zone, and there's one away. That was a nasty looking slider that time.
Yeah, that was really well executed, Matt. A classic strikeout pitch. You think it's fastball middle in, then it starts bearing in on your back leg, and unless you hit it out front, there's nothing much you can do with that.
Here's the first baseman now, Mitch Moreland. 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, not his game so far. He's such a good hitter. We all kind of expect him to pick up 2 or 3 hits most of the time. That's not really how baseball works, though.
In there for strike 1, 0-1. Before the pitch, a check on that winning run at first. And he'll dive back in. The 0-1. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there.
Oh, I know he'd like to see that pitch again. Just out in front of it. Just wasn't able to keep it fair, but he saw it pretty good.
Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game.
Hey, I'm not sure what he was sitting on right there. Might have been sitting on an off-speed pitch, but instead he gets the fastball way late. Had no chance to put that ball in play.
Here's Chris Young, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0 for 4 ball game right here. The 0-1 in front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Now the 0-2 pitch. And that slider's almost in the dirt.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to lay off right there. You're down 0-2. You're in protect mode. You want to chase that ball. Nice layoff.
Possible winning run stands at first with 2 out here. And here's a ball lifted back toward the stands in right, so we'll try it again at 1-2. Ready with another 2-strike offering. In the dirt, and now let's see. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch.
That was definitely a 2-strike curveball there. The catcher turns his glove over and tries to make himself big to block it, but with no luck. The ball skips away, and it's scored a wild pitch.
Grounded down the third baseline. But this is going to be a foul ball, as that keeps things at 2-2. Ready with another 2-strike offering. Now here's another pitch fouled off and heading for the seats, and he's just fighting to stay alive here. Still 2-2. Ready with another 2-strike offering. This one misses, and that'll fill the count here. 3-2 with 2 away.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
And that misses, ball 4, so it's first and second now with 2 out.
Up next for the Red Sox, third baseman.
Here's Brock Holt now. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And he takes a cold strike. 0-1. The 0-1 hit out towards second. Castro has it. On to first, and that'll mean a 12th inning is in order, as this inning is over. Boston strands a couple. Still tied 1 apiece. Joe Kelly gets the ball as he'll take over to start this 12th inning.
Number 56, Joe Kelly.
Here's Didi Gregorius. Lifetime versus Joe Kelly. 1 for 6.
Shortstop, Didi Gregorius.
Takes a fastball on the inside corner. And he takes this one high. 1-1. 1-1. Here it comes. Heading out toward shallow right. He dives. Did he catch that? He did. What a play there for the first out. So a tremendous diving catch there, and our show track technology demonstrates to us that his route was really what made it happen. Pretty easy to see he wouldn't have been able to make that play if it had not been for the angle he took to get to the ball. Here's big Aaron Judge, as he'll take a look at a sinker here, too low for ball 1. He rounded the bases on a home run back in the 7th. Now a ball hit hard toward first, and that gets down and ought to be good for extra bases. Around first, he's digging for second. Arms pumping. He's hustling for third. The relay throw, and he will make it in safely. It's a triple, and the go-ahead run is at third with only one away.
Of course they feel good about the triple, but I know how managers thinking. He's in the dugout wishing that triple would have come when some guys were on base. They've left a lot of guys out there in this one. We'll see if his teammate can bring him home.
Here's Chase Headley. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. Looking to change his fortunes here. 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts so far in the game. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Sinker misses that time, and it's 2-1.
I got 2-1 to count.
Now the 2-1. Hit hard toward the right side. And that will get down as he delivers a big one here. It's a base hit. And that'll bring home the runner from third to make this a 2-1 ball game.
Well, that's a huge base hit. Anytime you get a hit late in the game to give you the lead in the ball game, you feel good about yourself, and his teammates are pumped up as well.
Here's the center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury. Lifetime versus Joe Kelly. He's gone 3 for 6. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And there he goes towards second. On the ground up the middle. Throw to first will be in time to take care of Ellsbury, and there are 2 gone now.
Well executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
Striding in once again, Brett Gardner. It was a single for him in his last at-bat. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. Sinker runs outside to start the at-bat. 1-0. The 1-0 delivery. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
Now that's not fair. You're supposed to be throwing sinkers, and he throws a high fastball right there. That's why everybody's shaking their head.
2 out here and a runner at second. Bounce to first. Moreland is there, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Yankees forced to settle for 1. And now we'll see if what's left of this crowd can rally their troops. Bottom of the 12th inning coming up. The Yankees lead this one 2-1. Ready for another shot now. Rusney Castillo. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
Rusney Castillo.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. This is hit down the right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Gets him to swing at a pitch down and out of the zone. 1-2. And this is going to be fouled into the diamond level seats. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
After 2 breaking pitches, there's a pretty good chance right now you're probably going to get something right in the middle of the strike zone to swing at. So if you're looking for it, go ahead and turn that baby loose.
He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Oh, and he's caught looking at a beautiful curveball there as that buckled him for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, catcher Blake Swihart.
And that'll bring in the speedy catcher Blake Swihart. Head-to-head with Adam Warren. Hitless in 3 at-bats. Into the windup and the pitch. A changeup that catches the corner for strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And this is fouled at the plate. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. A swing and a miss for out number 2, and a ball he had no chance of making contact with.
Pretty textbook pitching right there. Jump ahead in the count 0-2 and then start working outside the zone. Easier said than done, but that's the way you do it.
Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia.
He'll swing and lift the ball foul off to the left and out of play.
Well, he got what he's looking for. He just got out in front of it right there.
2 out, nobody on. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Gregorius is there. Throw on to first, and the Yankees have taken game 1 of the series on the road as the ball game is over.
Man, that was definitely a hard-earned victory, but that's what's going to make it even more satisfying. They take it in 12 innings on the road, and it's all smiles now.
Close one tonight, 2-1 the final score. Adam Warren wins his 4th game out of the bullpen this year. So that just about does it. For Harold Reynolds, the lefty Dan Plesac, and the rest of our crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Yankees. 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors. They left 9 runners on base. For the Red Sox, 1 run on 6 hits, no errors. They left 10 men on base. Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 33 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Fenway Park, 36,298. The Red Sox and Yankees, thank you.